Hey, Shalom. Slakia. Shalom. This is your brother Yakal, Laha, Quatazah, or Aisha from Wichita, Kansas. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Um, Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the men of Great Millstone. All right, the men of GMS that rule well. Okay, those are the men that I learned the truth of the Bible from. They have the true breakdowns of the scriptures. And those are the true prophets of the Lord, of Yahweh Bashmi Yahweh Shai, if you want to believe that or not. And I want to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, okay? Out here pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth, waking up the rest of the elect so we can get up out of here, man, okay? The topic of this lesson is going to be about the good old uh, Slakia, Slakia. All things are lawful unto me. Slakia. No, that's not what I wanted. I guess I didn't get it. But this precept right here, all things are lawful. What the hell? Slakia. Lawful unto. All right. All right. Appreciate it. Good meal. You too. All right. 1 Corinthians 6:12. All right. Is going to be the what this lesson is going to be geared around, for lack of better terms. This is all things are lawful unto me. All right. Not every single thing, obviously, but everything in the book of the Lord, all His law, statutes, and commandments are good, man, unto us. All right, the Lord says for us to delight ourselves in His precepts and in His law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, instead of delighting ourselves in this world of wickedness and commit iniquity and being part of this world, the scriptures say that the Lord says to for us to delight ourselves in Him, man, in His ways, in His high holy days, in His law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, all right. It says all things are lawful unto me, but all things, all right, are not expedient. All things are lawful unto me, but I will not be brought under the power of any. Okay, there was another one, man. Edify not. Yes, 1 Corinthians 10. Yeah, it was 1 Corinthians 10. This one right here. Okay. And there's two precepts, two scriptures that say very similar things, but it's the same thing. It's in the same book too. It's just different chapters, man. 1 Corinthians 10:23 says all things. I'm gonna break down both of them. All right. I just want to read this one to you, to you guys as well. It's the same thing, but it's just read differently. All things are lawful for me. Okay, and this is speaking about everything under the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. Okay, it's not talking about committing sin. Okay, that's obviously not lawful. Okay, but everything under the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord is good. Okay, so when it says all things are lawful unto me or for me, okay, that's what it's talking about, man. It says, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. Okay. Oh, okay. So, um, um, so, well, what that's saying is, man, yeah, it's so yeah, eating steak, drinking is lawful, man. All right, drinking beer or drinking alcohol, that's lawful. The Lord gave us alcohol to for the heart of man. Okay, for us to enjoy ourselves, man. Okay, drinking wine. The Lord gave us that, for pleasure. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with drinking alcohol, man. All right, there's nothing wrong with getting drunk, man. All right, but being a drunkard, drinking alcohol all the time, every day, all right, that's not lawful, man. That's not edifying, man. That doesn't help the next brother, especially when you're in this truth, trying to help brethren out, being charitable, man. Okay, being a drunk all the time, and then you see, and then another brother sees you always drunk. All right, seeing you drink all the time, he's gonna see you. He's gonna look at you, and he's gonna be like, he's gonna think to himself, like, man, I could drink too. Should let me, I see this brother drinking, drinking a lot of beers or wine or whatever. If he could handle it, I could probably handle it too. So that brother ends up drinking, more than he's used to, and then he becomes a drunkard, and follows out the truth, and offends the ministry, and follows out the truth, man, because you're drinking too much, man. Okay, because you're not being edifying, man. You're not it's not being expedient for you to drink that much, even though you could probably handle it more than the next brother, but it's not expedient, man. It doesn't edify the other brother. It uh, it could make another brother fall out the truth because he sees you drinking all the time, man. And that's just one aspect, man. All right. um shoot, even the food. Okay, eating too much, excess of food. All right. Some brethren, that they can't eat very much, carbs or protein or meats. All right. Their body's more sensitive towards certain foods like cheese and bread, which eating cheese and bread and sweets and meats and chicken and, and carbs, that's lawful, man. And there's nothing wrong with eating. The Lord gave us that, that stuff to delight ourselves in, man, to have pleasure in, man. All right. But some brethren, their bodies and their immune systems and their bodies can't handle that, man. They can't handle so many carbs, bread, sweets. All right. Some, like I'm gonna give I'm gonna give myself as an example. Uh, Slack here for these ads. Let me go back. Well, uh, for me, when I first came into this truth, I was just, when the Lord, Slack when the Lord opened up my mind to this truth, man. All right, and I gave myself up to the Lord. He just took that smoking demon away from me, and I was smoking, not just, the greenery weed. I was smoking tobacco. I was smoking, vapes, not vapes. What is it called? Those nicotine, the electronic, that electronic nicotine. All right, and that stuff messed up my immune system, and messed me up, man. And my body became real sensitive to certain foods like gluten, to cheese, even meats. Just regular stuff. Like I couldn't eat too much sugar. You know, or without me breaking out, or I'd eat too much food. Like let's say I would eat too much. I'll eat like a big meal of I don't know, like some lamb or like some heavy meats. High carbs or high protein, meats. Okay, and my mind would be my mind would focus on breaking that meat down, breaking that food down, rather than breaking the scriptures down, or being focused in this truth. So, I would have a foggy mind. I'd be tired and sluggish, you know, less energy, you know, and it hindered me, when it came to this truth, man. Pushing out lessons, studying. It made me tired. Uh, even when it came to my eyesight became, was blurry, you know, for a second, you know. But eating meats and carbs, that's good for building muscle. There's nothing wrong with eating meats and carbs, but eating too much, especially in certain circumstances, um, it's gonna make you tired, man. It's gonna give you a foggy mind. It's gonna make you lethargic, But it builds your muscles, but when it comes to this truth, we're not bodybuilders, man. You know, we're doing the work of Yahweh Shem Shai. We're doing the work of the Lord, man, and that doesn't require hitting the gym all the time. Yeah, the scriptures say to be healthy, you know, to hit the gym, not verbatim. Slakia, I can't remember the precept. Bodily exercise is is profitable, all right, but not very profitable. Uh, Roughly paraphrasing, man. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with hitting the gym, okay? Because hitting the gym, it helps you. It purifies your mind, man. It gets your lymphatic system going, and it gets all those toxins out of your body because you're sweating. All right, even building muscle, you know, to a certain extent, straightens your posture out, which for some reason it helps your mind too. So hitting the gym is good, even for this truth, man. All right, being lazy, being on the couch all the time, just because this truth isn't how do you say it, a weightlifting or a gym type of activity. Still, outside this truth, man, hit the gym a little bit, man. Get your body right. Do some walking, do some jogging. Hit some leg press. Do some squats, some bench press. Do something, man. You know, hit the gym a little bit, but don't make that your priority, though. Okay. See, even then, man, hitting the gym, that's lawful. That's lawful unto us. All right. But doing it all the time, that's not expedient, man. That doesn't edify. Okay. So see, all things are lawful unto me, but not all things edify. All right. Not all things are expedient. Okay. Like I said, the gym is hitting the gym, working out, playing ball. That's not, is that a sin? No, it's not. But doing it all the time, putting that in front of the truth, yes, that makes it a sin, man. Okay. All right. That's not expedient for this truth. Okay. But yeah, man, you know, I could really end it off right there, but I want to bring out some more precepts. This is Romans. Shoot, I should have went Romans 15:2. It says, "Let every one of us please his neighbor for his good, to edification." Okay, and when it's speaking about his neighbor, it's speaking about the fellow, the fellow brethren in this truth, man. All right, what are you doing? Put your turn signal on, man. All right. The brethren watching your videos, the brethren in the same camp as you, okay? Even the teachers, man, the brethren in this truth, all right? That's who it's talking about, man, okay? You know, um, those are your neighbors, man, your true neighbors, okay? It says, let every one of us please his neighbor for his good to edification, okay? And when a brother sees you drinking all the time or at the gym more than you are studying, and preaching, or eating a whole bunch of carbohydrates and bread, or only just or even eating um, too healthy, too clean, or eating too many herbs and fruits. Some brethren, they don't, some brethren, they don't even eat that many fruits and herbs, and they're perfectly fine, man. Because like I said, every brother's body is different. Okay, every brother's spirit, even their mind, is different, man. Okay, so when you see a brother, when a brother sees you doing these certain things, man, you gotta be circumspect. You gotta examine thyself daily, man. If you're walking in the truth or not, man. If you're being perfect, all right, in the eyes of the Lord, man. Because all eyes are on you, man. All eyes are on me. All right, okay. We're all in the center of the universe. All right, all right. The Lord is watching. The angels are watching. The brethren are watching. Are not our brethren in this truth? Are we not angels? All right, in these fleshly bodies, are not the angels in the heavens with the Lord? Aren't they not our brethren too? So yeah, man, we're all watching each other, man. And if a brother sees you being living in excess, walking in excess, all right, outside of this truth, okay, you know, that's not good, man. Okay, because you could You can offend a little one, man. All right, and the brethren in this truth. Okay, even the angels. All right, all right. You can offend them, man. All right, but over something really little. Okay, so we gotta walk on spiritual eggshells, man. Okay, make sure we're being perfect, and doing the best we can, man. Okay, even though it's lawful, even though we're living, uh, even though we're delighting ourselves in the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord, even then we gotta watch our steps, watch our walk, watch what we're doing, man, because we could be still doing something too much. Okay, we could still be doing too much, man. Uh, all right, of something, man. Because is it not true that too much of anything, is bad for you? All right, even if it's lawful. All right, even too much study, too much reading, too much Yeah, there's also too much preaching, man. You could preach too much. All right, which sounds crazy, but it's true. We can't preach 24/7, 365. We got to eat. We got to sleep. We got to wind down sometimes. Sometimes we got to take a break and take a walk. You know, that's why some brethren in this truth, the Akim, say take some time out your day and turn on the PlayStation for a little bit, man, for an hour or two, or maybe not an hour, depending on the brother, man. Play your game for a little bit, man. You know, Sometimes I make sure I get some me time. Make sure I chill out because doing the work of the Lord is stressful, man. You know, because we got to do the work of the Lord. All right, we got to deal with our family members. We got to deal with work. All right, I'm talking about like working at the plantation, working for Esau. We got to deal with Esau himself. We got to deal with wicked 2/3 Jake. We got to deal with all types of stuff, man. We're suffering more than any person, any type of people on earth, man. All right, yeah, us, little old Jacob, man, little old Jake. You know, we're suffering more than anybody on earth, man. More than the heathens, more than the wicked 2/3. All right, we're taking the brunt, the blunt end of this captivity, man, because we understand what's right and what's wrong. All right, and we got to still be perfect. We got to still do the work of the Lord. We still got to, walk circumspectly, man. Okay, it's like it. I got to get back on point. This is Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach 37, verse 27 says, "My son, prove thy soul in thy life." Sakya, my son, prove thy soul in thy life. Sakya, I read that right. It says, "And see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it." So, prove thy soul, man. All right. Speaking about, examine, like I said, examine thyself, man. See what your body, what you like, your hobbies are, what kind of favorite foods you like, you know, what kind of, like I said, hobbies, how how you work, you got to examine yourself, man. Do you not know? Let me get this. Know ye not yourselves? No, I think that's the next precept. Know ye. First, Second Corinthians 13:5, it says, "Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith." Okay, prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves? All right, how that Yahushua is in you, except ye be reprobates. All right, so like I said, we got to examine ourselves. We know. Do you not know you not yourself? All right, do you not know how you work, how you are, man? If you don't know yourself, hey man, I know my favorite foods. I know my favorite hobbies. I know my boundaries. Okay, we gotta prove you gotta prove yourself, man. You know, prove that your soul. All right. I like to drink. I like to drink some beers, here and there, man. But I know if I drink too much, if I give in to drinking too much, it's gonna affect my walk in this truth. That's gonna affect the people around me, man. So I limit, my drinking, once a week. All right, sometimes two times a week. If I do drink twice a week, I drink less, as in drink less at a time. You know, I try to limit myself. I drink twice a week, and I mean once a week, every weekend basically. You know, uh, that I like to drink after I do how do you say it? I go out there on the highways and byways, okay, or a day not next to that day. So I don't wake up, with a hangover and then go out there and preach, or just not feel like going out there and preach. So yeah, man, know ye not yourselves. All right, you got to know yourself, man. All right, and prove. Stop it. You got to know yourself, man. And it says, and see what is evil. Back to Sirach 37:27. It says, I'm gonna start right here. It says, and see what is evil for it, okay, and give not that unto it. All right. So you got to know what you can handle, man. Or you got to know your boundaries. You got to know that, hey, man, if I hang out with these group of friends, man, it's gonna. I know I'm gonna probably commit some iniquity. Or if I hang around, these people, this group of people, if I do this or that, I'm gonna end up falling out the truth or doing something that's gonna offend the ministry or piss off the Lord, man. Okay, or if I eat too much of my favorite food, it's going to make me sleepy, and I'm not going to push out, I'm not going to do the work of the Lord to the best of my ability. Something like that, man. You know, you got to know, your boundaries. You got to know yourself, man. All right, coming into this truth. All right, that's why, the topic of this lesson is around that precept, man. All things are lawful unto me, okay, but not all things are expedient, okay. Not all things edify. All things edify not, Slakia. All right, this is Sirach, or the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 5, verse 15. It says, be not ignorant of anything in a great manner, in a great matter, or a small. Okay, we got to examine ourselves. We got to be circumspect, man. All right, we got to observe everything that's even the littlest things, man, because even the littlest things can knock you out of this truth. Okay, okay. You may think that, you know, you may think what you're doing is perfectly fine, but it could affect your fellow neighbor, your fellow brother in this truth, man. See, because we got to walk as examples, man. We're examples of the Lord, man. We're all right. We're reflections of the Lord. All right. We got to walk as if Yahweh Shai is right next to us, man, watching us our every move, because He is. Okay, literally, the eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the good and the evil. Roughly paraphrasing. Okay, so if you're gonna be in this truth, man, you gotta be held. You gotta hold yourself to a certain standard, man. All right, even if you're even when you're delighting yourself in the Lord, man. Okay, in His law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, because keep the law, statutes, and commandments, it ain't gonna get you saved. All right, it's being is doing this work to the best of your ability, man. All right, because we can't even keep all the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our, perfectly. Okay, because we could do it to the best of our ability, but not perfectly. Not in this wicked kingdom. Not in this wicked flesh. All right, which is susceptible to sin, which we get wicked thoughts in our minds, and we go off. All right, none of us are perfect. Am I right? Only Yahweh Shai, which is in heaven, He's perfect, and Yahweh, they're perfect, man. That's why we have to strive for the mastery. Okay. All right. So don't be ignorant of anything. Don't no matter how small it is, man. It may be big and great to the next brother, or it may be small to you, but to the Lord, hey, it may be huge, man. Okay, so you know, walk on spiritual eggshells, man, and it's good for you, man. All right, it's good to be walking on spiritual eggshells, man, because that's what you want, man. You want to be perfect. All right, we're living for the Lord. Our lives are not ours, man. The Lord gave us our lives, man. So the best thing we could do is is do the will of the Lord, do what the Lord tells us to do, so He could give us the kingdom, the kingdom of heaven, so we could actually enjoy ourselves, man. That's when we're gonna enjoy life. All right. Here, we're facing out our judgment, man. All right. We're doing the work of the Lord here. All right. This is work time. Time to work. Okay. Okay. Colossians 4:5. It says, "Walk in wisdom toward them that are without, redeeming the time." Okay. Walk in wisdom, man. All right. Be wise in what you do, even if you, even when you're keeping the law, statutes, commandments of the Lord, man. Don't be foolish, man. Yeah, it's okay to drink, but drinking every day, every other day, drinking a lot of alcohol, it's not wise, is it? It's lawful, but that's gonna make you a drunkard, man. Hey, the next brother that they could probably handle, they could probably, or even you could probably handle all that alcohol, more alcohol than the next brother. But is it wise? Especially when you're around a group of men in this truth, which see you drinking all that, and they're gonna probably do the same, and then they can't handle that much alcohol, and they become drunkards, and they get in trouble with the law or with the Lord, or become, because every brother, you notice when you drink with a group of people, you know, some people have a different drinking spirit, man. Some people have that angry drunk. Some people have that happy drunk. Some people have that goofy, uh, funny, uh, uh, drunk. You know, so we got to be we got to walk in wisdom. All right. Uh, this is did I do this one already? This is 2 Corinthians 12:9. It says, "And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee." Okay. My strength is made perfect in weakness. Okay. So I give most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Yahushua may rest upon me. All right. That's not what I wanted, but I just typed in sufficient for me because, uh, the word sufficient, popped up in my head, man. All right. We can't be living outside of our means, man. We can't be living like this is the kingdom, living in excess. All right. Living, uh, drinking all the time, eating, at buffets all the time, not hitting the gym or hitting the gym too much, doing things more than doing the will of the Lord, man. All right. You know, we got to live a life of, the Lord. He gives us what's sufficient for us, man. All right. He puts food on our table, man. All right. He gives us a shelter, a roof over our heads. Okay. He gives us this truth. All right. He gives us his wisdom and knowledge and understanding, man. All right. He gives us what our body, what our spirit can handle. Okay. That's what we should seek for, is, what the Lord gives us, man. All right. What's sufficient unto us, given to us from the Lord. Okay. Okay. Not seeking our own pleasure, not seeking after excess. All right. Because we're not in the kingdom. Okay. In the kingdom, we're going to be living in excess. All right. Not right now. Right now, the most important thing right now is pushing this truth and keeping the Lord's commandments and his ways, all right, to the best of our ability, man. All right. So when the Lord returns, we can stand worthy, all right, when he returns. Okay. So when he returns, he's like, so when the Lord returns, all right, he says those magical words, man. All right. Um, good and faithful servant, let me get it. Nah, I'm not gonna get it. But you know what precept I'm talking about, Akin. All right, I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna end it off right there, Slakia. Pretty long lesson, longer than I intended it to be. Um, hope this was I hope this was edifying to the hopeful elect. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Bahasham Harakat. See you in the next lesson. Until next time, I'm gonna say Shalom.